You know that feeling, right? That little knot in your stomach right before a huge certification exam? Well, if you've been there, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down how to prepare smarter, not just harder, so you can walk in and absolutely ace that test. Does this look familiar? Yeah, when your entire certification is riding on one single test, the pressure can feel pretty intense. But believe me, you are not the only one feeling this way.
So, what's the real reason people stumble on these exams? The answer might actually surprise you. According to certificationexam.com, a whopping 50% of failures aren't because of a lack of knowledge, they're because of anxiety and a lack of confidence. That tells you everything, doesn't it? Your mindset is just as important as the material itself.
Okay, so if the problem is a crisis of confidence, the solution is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Practice. The more you can make your practice feel like the real deal, the more that fear just melts away and turns into real deal readiness.
So here's our game plan. We just talked about the big challenge, that exam anxiety. Now we're going to dive into how to simulate the test, how to customize your practice sessions, study from anywhere, and, pull it all together for a rock-solid success strategy.
First things first, let's look at the #1 tool for building that confidence, the web simulator from certificationexam.com. Its whole purpose is to get you so comfortable with the exam environment that there are no surprises on test day. The simulator has two main modes. Think of exam mode as the final dress rehearsal. It's got the same timing, the same difficulty, all the pressure of the real thing. Practice mode, on the other hand, well, that's your personal training gym. It's where you can set everything up perfectly to work on your weak spots.
So let's zoom in on that practice mode, shall we? To give you a real feel for it, let's just run through a couple of sample questions, kind of like what you'd see if you were studying for something like the JNCP exam.
All right, here we go. A classic multiple choice question. This one's testing your direct knowledge on a really core topic, network security. You've got the problem, you've got 4 options. The goal of practicing these over and over is to get to a point where the right answer, IPsec, just pops right out at you. It's all about building that speed.
Okay, here's another one. See how this question is a little different? It's not just asking what something is, it's asking you to understand the function of something. In this case, a metric value. Doing lots of these helps you internalize these concepts, so you're not second-guessing yourself when the clock is ticking.
And one last one for our demo. Now look closely at the options here. They all sound pretty similar, right? These are called distractors, and they are designed to trick you if you only sort of know the material. Repeated practice is what trains your brain to spot those tiny differences and totally avoid falling into those traps.
And that right there is the real magic of practice mode. As you can see, you get to be the coach. You can focus only on the topics you're struggling with, set your own time limits, and even bookmark those really tough questions. There's even a learning mode that shows you the correct answers right away. It's all about efficient, targeted studying.
But let's be real, studying effectively isn't always about blocking off hours at your desk. What about all that time you spend commuting or just waiting around? Well, that's where the second key tool comes into play, the mobile app. This really says it all, doesn't it? The whole idea is to take those little pockets of dead time, like your train ride to work, and turn them into super productive mini-study sessions.
And the whole process is just seamless. You download the app, it syncs up with your progress on the web simulator, and bam, you can study anywhere, even if you're offline on a plane. The second you get back online, it all syncs up again. For busy people, that kind of flexibility is an absolute game changer.
So, let's tie this all together. When you combine that realistic simulation on the web with the crazy flexibility of the mobile app, you've created this powerful, complete system to get you totally prepared for your exam.
And this is the real takeaway here. Success isn't about cramming for endless hours. It's about smart, focused preparation. It's about using the right tools to build real, earned confidence, so you can walk into that exam room knowing you've got this.
So, the last question isn't for me, it's for you. With these ideas in mind, how are you going to take control of your study plan and turn that exam anxiety into the confidence you need to pass? I'll let you think on that one. Thanks for tuning in.